Andragogy, Malcolm's vision. Who was Malcolm Shepard Knowles? He was born in 1913 and died in 1997. He was an educator who used the term andragogy for adult education. He was the author of many books, and he was a professor of education at Boston University. He made this term very popular. What is andragogy? It is equivalent to the term pedagogy. In Greek, andragogy means man leading, while pedagogy means child leading. The term andragogy was first used in 1833 by Alexander Capp, but became well known with Malcolm when he made 5 assumptions of adult learners. Malcolm's 5 assumptions of adult learners. Knowles originally made 4 assumptions about what the parts or assumptions of andragogy, adult learners, was that are different from child learners' pedagogy. He created these in 1980. He made the 5th assumption in 1984. The 5 assumptions are self-concept, adult learning experience, readiness to learn, orientation to learning, and motivation to learn. The first assumption is self-concept. As a person grows up, they begin to think for themselves and become their own person without the dependency of parents. This is where they become more independent in their mind and start making their own choices. The second assumption is adult learner experience. As a person grows up and matures, they fill their experience tank and take what they have experienced and use it as a resource to continue learning as an adult. Third assumption is readiness to learn. As a person grows up and matures, they are more ready to learn. They become ready to grow in their social roles and more open to developing themselves. The fourth assumption, orientation to learning. As a person grows and matures, a person's perspective changes from one who does not want apply knowledge to things to one who applies previous knowledge immediately. As a result, the learning goes from subject-oriented to problem-centered. We are able to solve problems sooner and quicker. Fifth assumption, motivation to learn. As a person grows and matures, the motivation to learn comes from inside. They want to learn more. So how can we apply andragogical principles when creating and delivering professional development? We need to make sure the professional development is relevant to the adults in it. Give out a survey ahead of time to help get an idea of what everyone wants to learn. This goes along with the second assumption. Continuing on with this, make the learning at the professional development fun and interesting. Have the adults do things that allow them to problem solve. This goes with the fourth assumption. Best practices to do professional development. Make the PD complete in a sufficient amount of time. Do not go over and keep it long enough for engagement. Include modeling and demonstrations. Do not talk the whole time. Give visuals. 3. Keep the people engaged during the PD. Ask questions during the lesson. Let people talk together in small groups. How can bias affect the presentation of professional development? Presenters will have to bow their own personal bias and then other adults' biases during the PD. It is important that the PD relates to everyone, makes it relatable to all. It is important that the presenter is able to make sure that their bias is not affecting their presentation. For example, it needs to reach out to people with all different types of backgrounds and experiences, so that way it is effective. And these are my references. Thank you.